look at me, look at me. You looking?
I've been through a couple friendship breakups myself, and I think I've also grown from them too, as far as like, okay, that's why I appreciate the friends I have now. And were we younger then? For sure.
Definitely.
But I feel like also, it's kind of, sometimes I'm like, they were there for, unfortunately, it sucks to say, but for a season. They were there for a season, and I got to learn a lot from that friendship or those friendships. There was a group of girls that I was really, really close with from high school on. And they're great. But during COVID, it kind of switched. They thought I was out traveling and stuff, but I really wasn't. I took COVID serious as well, but I was with my ex and his family. So we all knew who we were around.
Yeah.
And I was sharing old memories. So they thought I was out. I was sharing old memories because when we were all going through that dark time, we all were looking back and reminiscing.
Absolutely.
And I was posting, but here's my, the biggest thing was, if you look at the top of, whether that was Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, look at the date.
So many years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, after that, there was no coming back from it. I was just like, whatever. Plus, I was, we were at different parts of our lives. They thought, oh, well, you were just always so quiet. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not married. I don't have a partner, or I didn't have a serious relationship at that time. I was with my ex, but it was like, okay, well, we had just started, we were only a year and a half in, or a year in actually, because COVID
hit. Was it a whole year?
It was, so him and I got together at the end of 2019, and then COVID hit March of 2020. So it was only a few months.
Of 2019 for
it was.
Because I remember you two were talking around this time my partner and I started talking too.
And I find that it was crazy because, again, that was very unexpected. We were just hanging out that summer unexpectedly, and then all of a sudden a relationship happened. And I'm, as much as trauma and everything that I had went through in that specific relationship, I feel like I had learned so much from that, and I'm grateful that it did happen. And that's another friendship breakup. Not only was that my person for 5 years,
you guys were really good friends.
We were good friends. He was my best friend in high school.
Yeah.
And even throughout the years, I supported him in with his first wife, and then when he had his daughter, and just everything. And then I just feel like if you cared about me the way you said you did, you would have just been done with me prior to what you had did. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where
that trust, common courtesy.
Like, you know what, Joe, this isn't working out for me, XYZ. You didn't have to go and do what you did, as far as whether that was cheating 1, 2, or 3 times. Because because people will disagree with me on this, I feel like cheating starts in your phone. I personally feel like that. Yeah. Some people feel like, oh no, it's when they actually are physical with each other. I don't feel like that. I feel like it counts when they subscribe to OnlyFans, when they are messaging other women, when they get naked photos of other women, whatever else the case is. You know what I mean? Finding, a box of condoms in the truck. I just feel like that is cheating, no matter what anybody says at that point.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We have a special guest.
She also doesn't condone cheating.
Preach it, sister.
Bro. No, I agree with you. It does start emotionally.
It does.
Because, yeah. I think once you get it physically, you've already gone too far. How did you get to that spot in the first place?
Thank you. Again, I feel like, and that goes with the friendship breakup. And somebody that I was recently talking to actually told me, he was like, that was never your best friend, because your best friend wouldn't have done that. Because we were talking and we're getting to know each other, and I was just like, yeah, in a sense, I lost 2 people. And the guy I was talking to was kind of just like, oh, that kind of hurt me when you said that. And I was like, well, I didn't mean oh my gosh, I lost him. I meant that his daughter and that friendship. It was more of the friendship, because that was a person that throughout the years, you know what I mean?
Oh,
and his family and we're still close. I'll still, his mom and I will still talk. And I have his family still on social media. He's blocked completely from my life, and I don't care to have any conversation with him, because I feel like even as a friend, you couldn't even apologize, or even as a man, you couldn't even apologize and be like, you know what, Joe, I messed up. Could have been a simple apology. Then we could have been cordial.
Yes.
But now I go to, sometimes I go to his daughter's games or whatever, and you can feel it. And I'm just like, it's sad, because it's a person. And even the guy I was talking to recently, we had this conversation where it's crazy when you walk in the store and you run into that person that you haven't seen in forever, but you have a whole history with. It's just all those memories come flooding back, and it's just like, dang, that's you act like you don't know him. And there was a Katy Perry song too, where it literally talks about when you see them, you've seen me completely just, very vulnerable. I don't know if it was called Daisies, or it was a Katy Perry song, and it was really relevant. And I was just like, dang, you're right.
True.
It's true.
Yeah.
And so now even when I see him, I'm just like, that's crazy. Like I've known you since half my life, like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
And to what, 33? I'm 33, 32 at the time when we broke up. And I'm just like, that's crazy to like look back and be like, dang, like I think that was, I mean, I've had a lot of hard friendship breakups. I think that one was, and that's the unfortunate risk you take. It goes 50-50. You either take it when you date your best friend or it can go south. And unfortunately it did. And I don't feel like it was on my end. I feel like that was just, you know, the person that person was, unfortunately. I feel like, you know, even after he jumped right into a relationship after we broke up, I feel like for him, he has a lot of healing to do.
Absolutely.
This, you know,
this relationship he's in may or may not work out, but if it does, like, it's gonna be really hard for the two of them.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately.
Absolutely.
But it's because he needed that time. Like, he needed to heal before you.
For sure he did.
Yeah.
And I, looking back, there were so many signs I should have just not ever even jumped into, you know, that relationship. But, and again, I had no anticipation that was ever going to happen.
I just wonder if it was the COVID part.
Maybe just bringing us closer together.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like, we were stuck in an apartment together. You know what I mean? Like, it was either you guys made it or you didn't.
Exactly. And I feel like that was the thing. It was just like, that was the only person I was seeing around that time. And I feel like that was kind of where we kind of got close. And I, you know, I feel like everything was built then, because I strongly feel like in 2021, everything had changed for us. But I also feel like, did I change? Did he change? Did, like, you know what I mean? And I'm, regardless of everything, I'm, like I said, I'm 10 times grateful because of the fact that I went through that. Was it a lot? Yes. Did I learn a lot? Yes. Did I go to therapy? Did I need therapy after that situation? I sure did. But I feel like my therapist too, the one in particular that really helped me, I saw her 6 times because I had 6 sessions from work.
Yeah.
Because it was such a hard time. And I feel like I learned so much from her. And she was like, Giovanni, that had nothing to do with you. That was all him, and he needed to heal.
For sure.
He portrayed that, or put that on you, and you should have never, you know. And I said, no, I agree. I was like, but it's also like a learning lesson too, because I was the yes girl. You asked me to jump, I said how high, like, and that's so sad to look back at.
Yeah.
And I would never do that again. You know what I mean? Of course, like, I'm very much like worried about things, and I have my guard up, and that's where I feel like I kind of feel bad for my next relationship. But I strongly feel like each day that I've been healing, because I didn't just rush in. Sure, I've been on dates. Don't get me wrong. Sure, I've talked to people. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's great. But I was never in a, like, I actually took the time to heal, and still enjoyed life. Went on dates, traveled, did all these amazing things. But I feel like that breakup literally did save me, because I feel like that was so, like, I was such in a dark place. Even looking back, even when him and I were together the last few months before the breakup, looking at those photos of me, I don't know who that girl was compared to where I'm at today. You can see it. You know,
can see the smile. You can see that light, like, illuminating from you.
Exactly.
Like, it's there.
Exactly. And I feel like, but that was, I would say, out of everything, that was the friendship breakup. I feel like that would probably hit me personally the hardest, because of the fact that I've known him half my life, and then also while being with him for 5 years, I feel like, you know, getting to know. You guys
got closer.
We did, and his family and I got closer too. Like, you know, vice versa.
Like you guys knew each other.
Yes.
But now you guys know
each other. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I knew his, from freaking his ID number to his social security number. Like, I knew everything about him, you know, and I still do.
You know what though? There's so many secrets you have from him, like you are holding for him, that you would never say out loud.
No. I know. This is like the first time I've really actually kind of put anything out there as far as any of that goes, because I protected him for so long. And there are still some things I will not say that I just, you know, that him and I went through, that him and I, whatever the case is, that he did, that we did,
his
whatever.
actions,
some of his actions, whatever his words were. But I do feel like, you know, I did protect him for so long. You know what I mean? Again, this is the first time I've said anything as far as, like, even talking about him cheating on me, like, you know, because not many people knew that, because I kept it secret for so long. But I also feel like, you know, if you're going to say something.
Yeah. You know, and that goes back to, like, because I used to be married, and I didn't say a lot. Like, when we broke up, he made me out to be the bad guy. And I let that happen, because if I talked about what really happened, people would hate him. and then we wouldn't have like the friendship we do now. Like that dude was not my one. And that's it. But he's still my best friend.
Absolutely.
So like you lost both. Thank goodness I only lost one.
Thankfully. And that's the thing too, like, because I feel like, you know, I knew, and I still know, he's probably out there, unless he really did step up and say like, Joe didn't do anything, it was all me. I doubt it. I can be the villain in his story. For me, like, I don't care, because everybody on the outside, including his family, knew what I did for this man. They knew everything, you know what I mean? And I think that's kind of where I'm just like, I have no I don't want to say ill will. I just don't want nothing to do with him. But I, you know, good luck for him and his future, and that's all I can really say about him. And like I said, it's just what I think that was the tougher part of it was the friendship, because you know I would check in even if he was in a relationship, we'd check in every couple years, like hey, or every year, just like hey Joe, we run into each other. Now it's nothing.
You guys could be sitting.
We could be.
People
We
away
literally
at that softball game.
We literally do. He could sit right over here, and I'm just right here, and wants to walk right in front of me. I don't let him intimidate me. I don't let any of that, because at the end of the day, I know how I am. I'm a good person. I know what I did for him. I can sit there and say all the things I did, and I would never throw that in his face, or but we all saw.
Everybody saw it from the outside looking in. Everyone saw it. He even saw it.
Oh, he did. He for sure did. And whether I got a thank you or not, I know personally, still till this day, even if he's in a relationship, I know he thinks about those things. Like, I really strongly do feel like, because if I know him like I thought I did, I feel like he has some kind of conscience to be like, damn, Joe, like, never deserved that.
Yeah.
I feel like he did.
For sure.
But he'll never be a man and say.
Oh, no, he'll never say it, and he'll never turn around. You're never going to get that apology.
Never. And that's okay, though, because I didn't need the apology for closure. I needed to find myself for my closure. I needed to find me again. And I did. You did. Know what I mean? And
you did without it. It just took a little longer.
It took a little longer than what I had planned.
But it's a little more sweeter now that you did on it.
It sure did.
We didn't depend on him for that.
No, we didn't. And that's why I'm very grateful. It can come 2 years from now. It could come next week. I'm good. That's just going to be an open message.
It's just a cherry on top at that point.
It is, because even then, when I get some messages here and there, like, thanks for coming to, her softball game or whatever. Let's not text me.
Yeah.
We're good. I went, that's between me and his daughter.
Yes.
And I'm good.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. For sure.
So I'm just, that's kind of where I'm at on that whole friendship part of it, and even relationship part, but it was more of the friendship aspect for me. I feel like is what had hurt the most.